Hello. And yes, this is the fall collection that everyone has been talking about. So this is the Goosecreek Fall 2015 collection, and I have to agree with everybody else. Goosecreek is, they're getting it right. They have been doing a fabulous job with this collection. So I'm very excited about this. I can't say that I like all of the scents, but I think that there's something for everybody here, and that somebody is going to like even the ones that I don't like. So, and then I also have some miscellaneous stuff, I think, from the last order that I had placed that I don't think that I've shown you guys. It is stuff that isn't currently available on the website, but I did want to go ahead and share it just in case, it ever becomes available and you're interested. So first up, I'll talk about the fall stuff. And actually, no, before I talk about the fall stuff, I'll talk about the stuff I purchased at the end of the summer. So at one point, they had some mason jars available, and I know stuff comes and goes on the website, and these suddenly appeared in their, I guess, summer clearance section, and at one point I think they went down to $7 or $8 for these mason jars. So I grabbed a couple of those, and one of them is the Lime and Shine fragrance, which has a very interesting scent description because the top notes are like orange and lime and lemon, but the bottom notes are caramel and vanilla bean. Tonka bean or something like that. So I was like, that's really strange. I really want to know what that smells like. And this is so interesting. I don't quite know how to describe this. It is a lime scent, predominantly lime and lemon. It's very sweet. It's kind of reminiscent of Sprite, but there's something almost floral about it or perfumey about it that keeps it from smelling like that. And it's not like really a fizzy type of lemon lime scent. This is very interesting. I just don't know how to describe this. It's very refreshing. Very nice. I hope it throws well. We'll see. Next up is the Boardwalk Stroll candle, which is very pretty. Look at this wax. Their mason jars are stunning. The art and the colors that they use are just stunning. And this one is supposed to be a fresh scent. I get sea spray or like a saltwater ozone type of note, but it's not salty. It's definitely sweet. I would guess that there's maybe a little bit of cucumber in here. I have the scent descriptions saved in an Excel file in my Google Drive, but I kind of didn't feel like bothering with any of that. But let me know if you want to know the scent description. I'll put it down below, or I'll comment and I'll respond to it with the scent description. Very interesting. Sweet. Like I said, it's sweet, but watery. It's not overly floral. Don't think beach walk or anything. Oh, it's so interesting. Tiny bit of fruit. Very unique. I like that one a lot. Then we have Pink Champagne. This, I think, was left over from the Valentine's Day collection. This one is definitely I don't know if I'd say champagne because it's not really a sparkling fizzy kind of scent, but there's definitely something in here that smells like wine, like a Chardonnay. Yeah, it smells kind of like a Chardonnay. Or like maybe a Pinot Grigio or something like that, because there's a tiny bit of fruit in here. Chardonnay is a pretty dry wine, so I don't think that this is as dry. I think this is more along the sweet end of the spectrum. And yeah, it's going to be so hard for me to burn these candles because they are so pretty. How am I supposed to burn that? And then finally, I have the Garden Lilac scent. And I have to admit, I mostly got this one because of the color and the label. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. I mean, purple. Purple is my color. And I do have to say that, like, I used to hate the lilac scent. It really turned me off, but it's starting to grow on me. So, we'll see. I mean, yeah, lilac is exactly what it smells like. So, usually when you see a candle that's called lilac, you can guess what it's going to smell like because it's pretty, they're usually pretty dead on for the actual flower. Okay, then fall stuff. And I don't know where to start. You know, I did pick up some melts before I get to the new things. I'll show you the wax melts that I got that are not in the new line. The first is Warm Wishes. I have this in a candle, and the candle doesn't perform well. But I did want to try it in the wax melt because Goosecreek's wax melts are pretty fabulous. And yeah, this smells like yummy vanilla, sweet. How to distinguish it from other vanilla scents, I don't really know. But it smells pretty good. So, Dark Vanilla Bean. This is another one that is like vanilla, but this one, I purchased this before in wax melt form. And let me tell you, like the first time I burned it, I don't remember enjoying it. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go through some of my Goosecreek wax melts and I'm going to try to get rid of some of them. So I popped 2 more triangles of these in my melter in the office at home. And I was blown away by how awesome this smelled. Like, how come I didn't notice this before? It wouldn't have been just like, you know, trying to get rid of this. So I think I've got 2 more triangles left in this, and then I had to order another one. So, and this I think I ordered all this when it was 50% off. It was funny because it said that the wax melts were 40% off, but when I put them in my cart, they were all also 50% off. I don't know what happened there, but I said, okay, yeah, well, I'm going to get quite a few then. Next up is Blueberry Cheesecake. I had never had this from Goosecreek before, so I wanted to try it. And look at the blue on that. Oh, man. And yeah, this is another one that smells like blueberry scone from Yankee, which we all know and love. So if you're looking for a blueberry scone fix, you can pick this one up and you should be satisfied. And another one I had never tried before but was curious about was the apple bourbon scent. And I wanted to see if they would follow through with the bourbon. So I was responding to one of the comments from her YouTube channel, Stick It to the Wick. She responded to made a comment on my Yankee haul about vanilla bourbon not smelling like bourbon. And I said, yeah, you know, it's disappointing because I really think that, you know, a lot of companies are using bourbon in the name of the scent because it's like a marketing fad right now. It's kind of really drawing attention, but they're not like committing to making the thing actually smell anything like bourbon. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we really don't want to smell bourbon. I don't know, but this scent is a little bit more than just your standard apple spice scent. It is apple spice, but there's something about it that it's like a deeper kind of scent. I don't know, but it doesn't smell like booze, so. Okay, I think that's it for the stuff that already exists, or already existed. Then, in that same order, I picked up one of each of the new fragrances in the wax melts, and then I picked up a couple jars and the things that I was pretty sure that I would like. So, I got peanut butter, sugar, of course. Had to get this one. And let me tell you, this is so freaking good. It's weird because it doesn't... There's something a little bit peanut buttery about it, but it's not like... Don't be worried that you're going to order this and you're going to open it up and it's going to smell like you just opened a jar of peanut butter. That is not what you're going to get at all. I want to say... Okay, so when I was in elementary school, one of the schools I went to, sometimes for lunch, they would serve us for like the dessert part of lunch, peanut butter balls. And it was basically peanut butter that was rolled into a ball with, I believe, powdered sugar. This kind of reminds me of that, but like with way more sugar than, we even had in those things. So, oh man, it is so good. And I can't say that this is like a completely new fragrance to me. It seems like I've smelled this in something else before. But I don't care. This is so good. Damn, this is good. Pick this up for sure. So then I got the corresponding candle in this. And of course, I know somebody had noted that their jar, before they burned it, like you could look at it and it really did look like a smooth, rich peanut butter kind of consistency. Mine looked like that too, and it was kind of cool. So, and I haven't burned the candle without the wax melt, so I don't know what the throw on the candle is like yet. But I have heard people say that the candles have been throwing well on their own. And then next is the pumpkin pecan waffle, which I think I've heard that this isn't quite, some people said this isn't quite the same as the pumpkin pecan waffles, but it's pretty similar. I do find it to be slightly creamier, like maybe there's more vanilla in it, but it's, yeah, got that same, it's that same smell, and this is great. Very good. So happy about that. Got that in a large jar. Man, look at the picture. Oh, yummy. Okay, then this is the Cabin in the Woods scent. This is probably my least favorite. There's something, I don't know, and I haven't melted this one yet. Maybe I'll feel differently when I melt it. But there's something, some woodsy note in here that's not really sitting right with me. How do I want to describe this? I don't know. This does seem to be pretty, it's like a spicy, woodsy kind of scent. Yeah, I probably wouldn't get a large, like a jar of this. But I don't know, maybe my mind will change once I melt it. That can happen. This one is Kentucky Harvest. And this is interesting. This reminds me of another Goosecreek scent. Maybe something about it smells similar to like one of their, is it like the pumpkin molasses or the pumpkin, toasty pumpkin toddy? I get some apple in this. I get spice. Maybe there is a tiny bit of that pumpkin. And it smells pretty good, but not completely new. So again, probably would not get this in a jar. This is one I almost didn't get, but I was like, I'm gonna regret it if I don't, because that always happens. And it's Golden Peach Vanilla. Like, why is this a fall scent? I don't know. But it's pretty nice. It's not your like typical juicy peach kind of scent. It's a very creamy peach. I can definitely see it being like a mix of peach and like an ice cream. I think there's supposed to be like a cake note to this too. Yeah, it's very, I would say it's probably like a bakery type scent. It's different. There is some spice in here too. So it's interesting. I'm glad I picked this one up because it's kind of a nice counter to some of these like heavier, richer, well, this is a pretty rich scent, but it's a nice counterpoint to some of the heavier scents. So if you are looking for something, you don't typically like fall scents, but you want something that's kind of geared towards the fall season, you might like Golden Peach Vanilla. Carrot Cake was another one I almost didn't pick up because it's like, well, you know, how many people have done carrot cake? It smells probably pretty much the same. And yeah, it's, you know, if you smelled, I think, Yankees carrot cake, then you probably know, then you know what this smells like. You get a little bit of that like cream cheese, icing kind of note. There's the, definitely the carrot, which could maybe be like also a sweet potato kind of scent. So it's good, but it's fairly spicy too. So yeah, pretty much what I expected that one to smell like. Then there is Blackberry Parfait, which I don't like the label on this one. I don't know what's going on with all these like spoons kind of randomly. I don't know, it just looks like a mess. It's not very appealing. If they had made a prettier label on this one, I would have picked this up in a candle probably without even knowing what it smelled like. And it is pretty perfumey. It smells like either a Victoria's Secret or Bath & Body Works scent. But yeah, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it is something you might expect to pick up at one of those stores and like put on yourself in like a body cream form. So, yeah, very interesting. It's definitely dark berry with, yeah, some kind of woodsy floral. So it's nice. But yeah, I wouldn't, like now knowing what it smells like, I wouldn't pick it up in a large jar probably. And then the last is the French Autumn scent, and this one everybody's been pretty excited about. It is nice. It's so strange because this is another one that smells familiar, and it's weird because when I smell it, when I smell it in the here, I almost get like a cigarette ash. Or a cigarette, you know, like when you pass by somebody who's been smoking, you get like a whiff, not like they're currently smoking, but they were smoking. I kind of get that from this. But I think what that is supposed to be is like a green note. Yeah, I think it's that whatever green note is in here to make this what it is. Like a grassy, leafy kind of scent. And then yeah, like there's a dark berry. Again, this is like a perfumey kind of scent. I do like this. I did melt it and enjoyed it. I'm not sure that I would get this in a jar though. Probably stick with the wax melt on this one. So, and then finally, this was one of the scents I had never seen before. It had an interesting description. It's frosted cupcake, and it had like, the description said chocolate shavings and all those like other wonderful things that are in vanilla cake kind of scents. Sorry, I don't know if you saw that. So of course I had to pick it up. It's pretty good. It's I want to say I got a pretty decent throw from it when it was melting by itself, or just burning. There's no wax melt associated with this as of yet, but it's a pretty good vanilla kind of scent so far, so still early. You know, like I said, a lot of these vanilla scents, after you burn them a couple of times, they start smelling rancid, so I'm a little bit worried that's going to happen with this one. We'll see. And finally, the last thing, this I actually didn't place with my first fall order. I didn't get this with my first fall order because it was only 50% off, and I know these things go down to like, they'll go down as low as like $16 at the end of the season. But I kept thinking about it, and I didn't want to wait. So I ended up placing another order to get it. And it's a new fragrance in the centerpiece pumpkins, or at least it was marketed that way. The name of it is Spiced Pumpkin Bourbon. And the description sounded so good, I couldn't pass it up. It was like, I don't know, pumpkin, vanilla cream, and oak, and I don't know. So I got it, and I'm pretty glad that I did because it disappeared off of the site for a while. I think it came back, and now like all of the centerpiece pumpkins are sold out. But have no fear because, like I said, stuff comes and goes on Goosecreek's website, and it's pretty early in the season, so they will probably like restock all of the centerpiece pumpkins at some point. But anyway, so the scent on this one, actually, it smells a lot like the pumpkin spice muffin scent, which I like quite a bit, but it's so similar to that I don't really feel like I needed to have this. And in fact, it's so similar that I'm actually wondering if like I got a mislabeled candle, because yeah, I mean, I really smell the same thing that is in the pumpkin spice muffin. You get that like cardamom scent in there, but the descriptions are different, and there is a centerpiece pumpkin in pumpkin spice muffin. So that's what makes me think that maybe I got a mislabeled one. So let me know if anybody has also ordered the pumpkin, spice pumpkin bourbon. Let me know what you think. And you're familiar with the pumpkin spice muffin. Let me know what you think, if you think that they smell similar or if they're different. And yeah, so much the same. But these things are gorgeous. It's really, fine. I mean, it's a great scent. So they burn. You do have to let them burn for quite a while to get, everything melted around here. But yeah, beautiful. So this will be like, I think, my fourth one of these. I have yet to make it through one of these things. So I got 3 of them last year. I got them in the white pumpkin ginger, which is an amazing scent, the toasty hot toddy, and then the toasty pumpkin toddy. So very excited that these are back this year. Okay, well, that will do it. And yeah, I'm excited. I know like they've been continuing to add fall stuff on the website. There's some new tumbler candles out that are not available in these forms. They're only in like the 3 wicks. I'd kind of like to check those out. I'm hoping that they'll pop up either at Burlington or Tuesday Morning, which is where I found several Goosecreek candles in the past. And that way I can smell them before I purchase those. Because I made that mistake in the spring. I ordered like all of the new spring stuff online without having smelled it. And then, of course, it showed up in the outlet stores, and you know, of course it ended up being fine because I liked all the scents, but yeah, it would be good to be able to smell those before I'd buy all of them. So okay, well, let me know what you guys think, if you're enjoying any of this stuff in particular, and thank you for watching. Bye.